Hi friends, welcome to your splits class. We're gonna have some fun today. This class is a fusion between yin postures, where we're gonna hold the poses for a little bit longer, and traditional vinyasa, where we're gonna link our breath with our movement and create some more space in our hips that move us in the direction of our splits. So splits take time, so be sure to come back to this video and practice anytime you'd like. We're gonna have a little bit of patience here, and we're definitely gonna move with our breath through it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you wanna see more videos like it, then please subscribe to my channel. And when you're ready, let's roll out our mat and get started. We're gonna start in a forward fold at the top of our mat, Uttanasana. So ground your feet into the ground, pressing all four corners of the feet down into the earth. You can take a bend in your knees here, but pedal it out, find a little bit of movement. Start to get into the ball and socket of your hip. Maybe relax the neck. Big inhales through the nose, and long, slow exhales through the nose. Nice and easy, not trying too hard, not forcing it. Just moving into open space and breathing some more space into our body. And once you've kind of settled into a good rhythm here, then bring some intention into your hip bones. Start to raise your hip bones up towards the sky. You can still have a generous bend in your knees here, but there's an action of pulling your hip bones up and pulling your chest down. We're deepening, lengthening our hamstrings here. Maybe find some gentle sway side to side. Some pulses a little bit deeper. Nice. Plant both hands nice and active, and then step back into downward dog. And paddle out your downward dog here. Extending the stretch down the calf, down the Achilles tendon. And we'll do some mobility training for our hips here. So inhale, right leg up, nice straight, point the toes all the way up, reach it up. We're gonna take some pulses at the top, so squeeze the glute here. We're building a little bit of strength that's gonna help with the flexibility. So 10 pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place right foot down. Walk it out just a bit. And then inhale, left leg up. Straight leg, point the toes. Squeeze the glute, 10 pulses here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Gentle walk out. Inhale, right leg up, bend at the knee, open through the hip. Point your knee towards the ceiling as much as possible. Point the toe, activates the leg all the way down through the foot. Big circles forward for 3, 2, 1. Reverse the circles, 3, 2, 1. Place right foot down. Inhale, left leg up, bend at the knee, open through the hip, raise the knee towards the ceiling and point the foot. Forward circles for 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 3, 2, 1. Place it down. We'll take a roll up to plank just to give our arms a rest really quick. And then press back up to down dog. Inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, step it through. Nice and soft. Back knee meets mat. Back toes untucked.
Inhale, Anjaneasana, almost 90-90 with the legs. And then exhale, sink it in. Just 2 breaths here. Keep your hips like headlights of a car facing forward. Broad with the chest, always opening. Getting into this hip flexor here on the left. And on your exhale, send your hips back in space, straighten through the front leg. Option to have a bend in the front leg here, but dorsiflex your foot back at your face. That'll protect your knee. Long spine. Keep the spine long, then find depth. And really be active with the heel in the front. Press it into the mat and see how that changes, how active the stretch is in the entirety of the leg. And then let's take some rounds here with our breath, so feel free to close your eyes if you'd like. Inhale, rebend the leg, proud with the chest, Anjaneasana, low lunge. Exhale, send the hips back, half splits, straighten through that front leg. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, straighten. This one's different. Inhale, rebend, heel toe, your front foot to the side of the mat. Tuck the back toe and find a floating lizard. So we're gonna take some front and back movements here. Maybe side to side, whatever feels good in your body. Play around with it. Back knee comes down, back toe untucks. Traditional lizard. Try to keep your knee in line with your right foot. Option 2, gently open up, never pressing too much, just a gentle opening where you come onto the knife's edge of your right foot, press into the right thigh, almost take a back bend, and then relax. Maybe you inhale, open, exhale, close, inhale, open, exhale, close, replant that right foot. Take a fun transition here, so come onto your hands, tuck the back toe, swivel onto the back heel, and pivot into Skandasana or a lunge on the right. Long with the spine, active leg, pelvic floor engaged, core is engaged. We're gonna take some side-to-side lunges, so inhale through center, exhale to the left. Don't have to go this far down. You can always have a block under your body as well. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. With this straight leg, dorsiflex the foot, externally rotate. We're stretching through the inner thigh here. Great for moving towards our splits. Inhale, exhale to the left. One last time. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Replant your hands, step back to downward. Pedal it out. And inhale, left leg up. Exhale, gently step it through. Knee meets mat. Untuck the back toe. Inhale to Anjane. Hands can be up or hands can be on your thigh, whatever you're comfortable with. And on your exhale, sink your hips down and forward. Just stay here. Active glutes, active legs, active core here. Just becoming aware of the sensations. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, dorsiflex the foot back at your face. Option of a bend in your front leg here, but always finding length before depth. It's always nice to find a little bit of movement here in half splits. And then we'll take some rounds here. So inhale, rebend, Anjaneasana, proud through the chest. Shift the hips forward. Exhale, straighten front leg, half splits. Inhale, Anjaneasana. Exhale, half splits. One more time, inhale. This one's different. Inhale, rebend. Heel toe, left foot to the side of the mat. Tuck back toe and find a little movement. So we're in a floating lizard. And you can stay here and play with this, or you can drop your back knee, untuck back toe, come to forearms. And try to magnetize your right hip bone to the mat. Really draw it down. See how that opens up through the IT band on the left. And if you want a little bit more, you can come to the knife's edge of the left foot, pressing into the large area of the thigh. Inhale, expand, push the leg away, push the chest to the opposite direction. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. One more time. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Planting the full of the left foot. Coming onto our hands, tucking the back toe, and then pivoting the back heel down, moving right into Skandasana or low lunge on the left. Dorsiflex the foot, externally rotate the leg, so nice big inner thigh stretch, long spine. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale through center, exhale, left. Plant both hands, step back, downward dog. Nice. Now that we know the vinyasa part, we're gonna move through it a little bit faster this time. So inhale, right leg up, exhale, plant. Back knee comes down. Untuck the toe, inhale, and sink in on the exhale. Stay for a breath. Exhale, half splits. We'll take some rounds here. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, rebend, heel toe foot out, lizard pose, whatever variation you like. 3 breaths here, make it count. Nice slow breathing, nice gentle face. And then replant your hands. Tuck the back toe, pivot to Skandasana, lunge on the right, lunge on the left, lunge on the right, lunge on the left. Nice. Lunge to the right, we're gonna turn our feet forward, plant our hands, step back, downward dog. Pedal it out. And then inhale, left leg up. Exhale, gently step it through. Back knee meets mat, untuck the toe. Inhale for balance. Exhale, sink it in. 1 full breath here. Exhale, shift hips back, half splits. Dorsiflex the foot. We'll go right into our rounds. So inhale, rebend. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, rebend, heel toe your left foot to the side of the mat, and take whatever form of lizard you'd like to take. 3 breaths here. Nice. twist, replant the foot. If you're on the edge of it, replant the hands. Tuck the back toe, drop the back heel, Skandasana on the left, low lunge on the left. Try to keep your spine very straight here. Both the left heel is on the ground. Inhale and exhale, Skandasana to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, Skandasana left. Inhale, center. Exhale, Skandasana right. Inhale, center. Exhale, Skandasana left. Plant both hands, step back, downward dog. Slow walk up to a forward fold. Remembering our forward fold at the beginning of class, how that felt. Maybe there's a little bit more space here to raise your hip bones up towards the sky and shine your heart towards the ground. Really lengthening through our back legs, but always with a sense of sweetness. We're working with our body. Inhale, left leg up, step it back. Right away, inhaling into star pose, reaching up, heels in, toes out. Exhale, goddess or horse pose. So 90-90 with the legs here. You might need to adjust your footing just a little bit. We're gonna try to get our hips in line with our knees. So taking little pulses here just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's revisit our alignment. So look up towards the ceiling if you can. Bring your sternum up towards the ceiling. See how that moves your hips more in line with your knees. You don't have to look up at the ceiling, but keep that same movement of squeezing the glutes, active glutes, pressing your hips forward, stretching through the inner thighs. Let's take some twists. Pressing into the right leg with your right arm, bringing your right shoulder towards your left knee. 2 breaths to slow it down. And then twist it out. Left shoulder comes to right knee. Twist to the left. And twist to the right. Inhale, star pose, all 10 toes, pivot to the short edge of the mat. Step up. Heels on the mat, toes off the mat. We're setting up for Malasana. And then exhale, lower with control all the way through Yogi squats. Nice, try to keep a long spine here. Neck reaching up, hips reaching down. Broad through the chest, never caving in on ourselves. And then releasing, coming onto our knees, but a wide knee here. We're gonna set up for frog. So bent knees, 90 degree. Separate them. Keep your ankles wider than your knee and flex your feet. And then pressing our hips back in line with our knee. Maybe coming onto our forearms. Maybe resting our head down. Just a few easy breaths in frog pose. The easier we are with our breath, the fuller our breath is in these positions. Our nervous system relaxes, allowing us to open up with our body. So really tapping into our breath here. An option to stay here as long as you'd like. When you're ready, press your hands into the mat. Step your knees together. Walk your hands forward and press into downward dog.
We're gonna set up for pigeon now. So inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee by right hand, left hand or left foot by left hand. And staying upright for just a moment in pigeon. Feeling the different sensation upright. How active the back has to be, the core, the glutes. And fold in when you're ready. And just be here for a few long breaths. Do a quick body scan, see where you might be clenching or holding. See if you could just bring some ease to that area. Maybe breathe into it. An option to stay here as long as you'd like, or walk your hands back. Tuck the back toe, shift hips up and back into downward dog. Paddle it out for just a moment. And then inhale, left leg up. Exhale, pigeon on the left. For a deeper pigeon, bring your shin parallel to the short edge of the mat. It's going to get deeper into the gluteus medius and gluteus maximus. Staying upright for a few breaths, active with the glutes, active with the core and the back chain. And then fold it in. And relax the space behind your eyes. Relax the jaw. Maybe the corners of your lips curl up into a little smile. Nice. Slowly come out, plant your hands. Tuck the back toe. Raise your hips into downward dog, and we are going to set up for splits. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it forward as if you're going into Anjaneasana. Back knee comes down. And then heel toe, your back foot back, and swivel your front foot forward. Your option to have a block or two blocks or a pillow or bolster under your body here. Only move into available space. We're going to hold this for a few breaths. Wherever you are is perfect. It's all a journey. It's all a path. And the more time you spend breathing in these postures, the further they will take you, the more your body will open up with time. So wherever you are is perfect, and honor that. And of course, option to stay here as long as you like, or you can push in with your hands, bring your back knee up, walk your foot forward, rebend the front leg, push back into downward dog. Quick pedal it out. Inhale, left leg up, and exhale, step it forward. Knee meets mat, untuck the back toe. And then walk the back foot back, swivel the front foot forward until you're in a comfortable position. Maybe there's blocks under your body. Maybe you find some gentle movement here, swaying side to side. Bring your body forward, then up, or wherever you are. Take a few deep breaths, easy with the chest, easy with the face.
Nice. Press into the hand. Bring both legs towards each other. And then step back into downward dog. Slow walk up to meet your hands. And then just take an easy seat. We're going to close really sweetly. And you can go back and do any of the postures that you want to stay in for a little bit longer. And you already know which ones they are because they're the ones you either avoided or the ones that you really liked. So tap into that and attune to that. But for now, right hand on your navel, left hand on your heart. A little bow of the head and just take a deep sense of gratitude for your health, your mobility, the flexibility that you have right now, and the time you take to practice and feed your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. This is time you took for you. Come back and practice soon. Namaste.